Now, our very own South Africa and China have signed a strategic deal that will unlock and waive off the 30% of tariffs that the United States of America has obviously imposed to South Africa, which we've discussed so many times. Now, we're still going to notice that the deal aims to cushion the blow of the US tariffs by opening access to China's 200 billion agricultural markets. It aligns with China's zero tariff policy for African goods announced in June of 2025, which grants duty-free access to 53 African countries, which includes our very own South Africa. A 5-year trade and investment package from 2025 to 2029 was unveiled, covering sectors like steel, automotive, pharmaceuticals, and digital economy, and plans include establishing a permanent export China and cooperation regulatory measures to facilitate the trade. Now, you will know that China is our largest trade partner here in South Africa. The two-way trades between China and South Africa last year hit $52 billion, which is something that is great, and it makes China the largest the largest South Africa trade partner compared to, of course, the US. US, you know that, of course, I think the two-way trade 2024 came at around 17-18 billion dollars, and you will notice or see that the trade that we have, or the trade relationship that we have with China, it dwarfs the kind of trade partnership we have with the US. I'm not saying the US trade deal that we have, or the two-way trade between us and the US, is not important, but it is not as big or as good as the China's trade deal. And the US don't just see the bigger picture, and that is, the more they impose these tariffs onto various of course countries, it is going to end up hurting the economy, because these countries like ourselves, we are going to find an alternative, and the alternative, it's countries like China and Europe, right? You remember that after the PEFA aid was withdrawn, there was an EU and SA summit that took place, where EU promised that, look, whatever, this is a nutshell, I'm paraphrasing, whatever the US committed in funding here in South Africa, the EU is going to come and try to help us fund those projects. This, like I said, it's a good thing, right? Because there are other countries that are coming to step in and trying to make business with us. Of course, it's not for free. We'll have to give them our minerals, or we'll have to sell them more of our minerals, which is going to be a win-win situation. China, you will know that they've been accumulating a lot of gold, which is why we also, our relationship with them, it's pretty solid. I mean, this 200 billion worth of the economy, or agricultural economy, that they are opening, they are opening this because they know that the US might not proceed, or AGOA, come September, it might be suspended for good, which China now will step in and give us a new deal, accessing their agricultural sector, and us also transporting some of our goods to them duty free, which is absolutely great. So when the US is thinking that they are doing the right, or they are on the right path when it comes to obviously imposing these tariffs, they are shooting themselves on the foot, because other countries are willing to do business with us, and therefore even those 100,000 jobs that we're talking about, it might not be all of them that get to be impacted, should, of course, we start to see the negative impact of these tariffs into SA. Previous video I dropped yesterday, we're talking of the fact that South Africa's economy, regardless of the tariffs that we've been seeing from the US, it is flourishing, it is growing. Q2 GDP for South Africa, it's expected to grow by 0.8 or up to 0.8% by some of the analysts, which is something that is great and exciting. I mean, when you talk about China and South Africa, I mean, I just got a quick some latest data that will shock some of you, to say that why China is important, not just to South Africa but to the world, right? I mean, China's manufacturing exports surpasses the combined total manufacturing exports of the US, Germany, and Japan. This is the latest graph, man. So if you're thinking that you want to, if the US thinks that they can easily threaten the China like that, look, China is on the rise. Their manufacturing exports surpasses the total combined manufacturing exports of US, Germany, and Japan. This is something that I think we need to let it sink for a moment. And yes, I know the US is the strongest economy in the world, but it will not remain like that. Billionaire Ray Dalio has covered that on his long video called "The Changing World Order." He touched base on this to say that, look, exactly what we are seeing from the US. They will try to fight China's growth. They will try to fight China's from rising to become the strongest economy in the world, and trying to stop China from doing so, as said by the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin. Stopping China's economy from growing is like trying to stop the sun from rising. It can never happen. China will continue growing, and knowing that we've got this kind of partnership with China, I think it puts us at a very good position. I know there are people that, of course, they are against us working with China, but look, China has been a good friend, and the US has been trying to control the whole two-way trade and wanting us to play by their music. And it's high time that we, like I said, we find alternatives. And I mean, you will know that already there are some avocados that are being shipped from SA to China, right? There are some products, or a lot of products over and above the minerals that we are transporting to China that are coming from here. Think of avos are some of them, and this shows you of the strong, good relationship that is being built around China and South Africa, which is absolutely great. So tell me what you think about this. I just thought I'd give you this quick update. Like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It takes me some time to make videos like this, which is why I ask you to like, to subscribe, to share, because YouTube has been telling me that some of you guys are just watching and not subscribing. So please do subscribe to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. That is all from me, and God bless you all.